Bienvenidos a Havana! So we're here in Havana, Cuba, and I'm still hanging out with my dad and my brother. Well, at least he used to be around here somewhere. We've been planning this for months and come 100% prepared for Cuba. Question is, how prepared are you for Cuba?
First, face the fact that you can't see everything. Cuba might not be the biggest country out there, but transportation works a little different than in most other places, and punctuality isn't really a thing here. Instead of running all over the place, focus on either half of the island. Havana is most likely your entry point, and although fun and exciting, don't waste all of your trip here. To the west lies the stunning Vinales area, where you get to live life on the countryside, experiencing genuine cigar production. Cienfuegos is a nice historic stop heading east. And don't miss out on the truly unique city of Trinidad, which might just turn out to be the place you thought Havana was. I would like to mention colonial coastal town Santiago de Cuba, but it's all the way to the southeast, requiring some extra time. Visiting any of the Caribbean islands outside the mainland is kind of cheating, since most Cubans aren't allowed to go there themselves. And for God's sake, stay out of Varadero, a resort town just east of Havana, and probably the least authentic place in the whole damn country. You might be aware of the fact that Cuba and the United States aren't the best of friends. And this toxic relationship sends ripples in all possible directions. Getting money from the ATM or a bank is hard enough as it is, and if your card has any connections to big American dollars, you're probably out of luck. Just forget about bringing your Amex. Even MasterCard gets denied ever so often. So, to be on the safe side, apply for a Visa card before you come. Arriving to Jose Marti International in Havana will be stressful enough as it is. This airport is not known for structure or effectiveness, and if several flights arrive around the same time, prepare for downright chaos. So do yourself a favor and don't get in more trouble than you need. Officially, the Cuban government has quite a few requirements for visitors. First of all, you need to have a tourist card or a visa, which is a piece of cake if you're not from the States. American citizens need special reasons to visit, such as the one option contributing to the Cuban economy, which is basically being a tourist. Cuba will happily let you in if you're ticking this box, but you might get in trouble with your American authorities, so make sure you check with the embassy first. Along with your full travel plan and your accommodations, your boarding pass and of course your passport, Cuban authorities want an official certificate of your travel insurance, making sure they won't have to pay if you hurt yourself. It might also be a good idea bringing your vaccination card and a doctor's statement of you being in good health. 9 times out of 10, officials won't even ask for half of these things. But when it comes down to Cuba, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Also, print a copy of your passport and carry it with you. Back to the toxic relationship again. Benjamin Franklin is not your best friend in Cuba. The official exchange rate for dollars has a heavy penalty and turning to the black market is risky. And since you basically can't get your hands on Cuba's peso convertible outside the country's borders, bringing a chunk of euros will be your best bet. The exchange rate is good and most restaurants, cab drivers and hotels accept it without fuss.
Gracias.
Bring cash for the whole trip if possible.
Ay, ay, ay.
It won't be long until the hard truth bites you in the ass. Commerce does not work the same way in Cuba as in your home country. Stores are constantly low on supply, and in many cases the whole inventory only expands to a handful of things. Don't expect to find simple items such as soft drinks or even water just because you walk into a convenience store. So always grab a bottle of water when you see one. It could be hours until you get that chance again. Restaurants may only serve a few dishes on the menu and may have some issues in the seasoning and the sauce department. Solution: bring some of your favorite spices and perhaps some barbecue sauce to save your dinner. And please know that the shortage of supplies is hard on people here. Don't be afraid to ask your Cuban friends if you can bring anything for them. Mosquito repellent is usually a guaranteed success, especially in areas with dengue or malaria.
Thank you so much. I have the family, I have the baby. It's very important for us, this product, okay?
Hotels in Cuba are surprisingly low in quality in relation to price, and a lot of them are in bad need of a facelift. Skip them entirely, because there's a much better option. So-called casa particulares are certified bed and breakfast apartments where you get the chance to stay with real locals, get street-smart advice and hands-on help with tour and taxi reservations. Did I mention they are also much cheaper than the hotels and often serve the most amazing food?
Cada viernes por la noche yo me pongo el Canal Plus. Con los ojos entornados y el ambiente a media luz. Como no estoy abonado, le pongo imaginación. Hay que ver qué cosas pasan delante del televisor, delante del televisor. Hazte
Sadly, Cuban authorities have no interest of free uncontrollable internet, and their solution is both a bit quirky and sometimes extremely inconvenient. To reach the World Wide Web, you need to buy an official government-approved card, scratch it to get your access code, and then get to one of the official internet zones spread across the town to connect. It's usually easy to spot a Wi-Fi zone from the groups of tourists staring down their smartphones.
Y me dejaste un mensaje en el contestador. Ay, Manolo de mi vida, que lo nuestro se acabó, que lo nuestro se acabó. Manolo, hazte tú la cena solo.
Hope you haven't finished packing your bag. Got some portable speakers, a power bank, fancy chocolate, or in-fashion clothes lying around? Bring them! The dual economy makes it hard for locals to get their hands on lifestyle items, and many are ready to trade services or Cuban goods straight off. I literally needed to strip out of my H&M shirt in exchange for 10 cigars. A fun win-win trade for both parts.
Nice shirt!
Don't expect to make a ton of friends on the streets of Cuba. Locals are not supposed to interact too much with tourists, and they might even get in trouble if they do. This goes especially for young girls interacting with foreign men. If you want to interact with locals, try catching them where they can take their guards down, in a bar or a salsa house, for instance. There we go. Those are all the tips you're getting. I gotta go pack my bag for Guatemala. See you soon.
Goodbye, Cuba.